The radio clicks on. A voice that isn't supposed to exist says my name. I don't answer. I never should have answered the first time either. If you work nights, if you've ever been the only one awake in a building that's supposed to be empty, subscribe, because these are true. Story 3 tonight will make you check your own locks before bed. Story 1. Level B4. Empty. Always empty. The radio crackles. Static. Then a voice. Copy, this is Dale, checking B4. All clear. I key my radio back. Copy, Dale. Except Dale doesn't work here anymore. Dale got fired 3 weeks ago. Nobody told me why. Nobody tells guards anything. I should have stopped there. I didn't. The garage hums under fluorescent light. Half the tubes flickering, half burned out entirely. So the ramps drop into black before they curve. My footsteps echo twice. Once from me, once from somewhere ahead, a half second behind. Like an answer arriving before the question. I don't investigate that. Not yet. I have a route. I stick to the route. Second hour. Radio again. Copy, Dale, still on B4. I never called for a check-in. I press the talk button. Dale, who told you to report in? Silence. Then, you're standing by the yellow pillar. Third one from the ramp. I am standing by the yellow pillar. Third one from the ramp. My radio has a range of maybe 200 feet through concrete. That's what the manual says. That's what they told me in training. Dale's booth, if Dale even still has a booth, is 4 levels up and across the building. There is no way his signal reaches me here. There is no way he can see where I'm standing. I don't run. Guards don't run. I walk faster. Third hour. The radio doesn't crackle this time. It just opens. A live channel. Breathing on the other end. You checked your mirrors yet tonight? I hadn't. I do now. Sweeping my flashlight across every parked car's side mirror. One by one. The beam catching nothing but dust. And my own reflection stuttering across the glass. Not those mirrors. I stop walking. Somewhere behind me, a car alarm chirps once. The disarm tone. Not the alarm. A car that isn't mine. A car whose owner isn't here. I turn my flashlight toward it. The interior light glows for half a second before the door settles shut on its own. And in that half second, I see the driver's seat is occupied. Not by a person, but a security uniform. Folded like it's still wearing someone. Sitting upright behind the wheel. The radio again. Quieter now. You're doing rounds wrong. I did them different. How? I never left. I checked the booth logbook Beth Bedard check. The one Dale used before he was let go. It's still open. Still on his last entry. Ink faded but legible. Mid-sentence. Cut off like he was writing and simply stopped. Nobody tells you what happens to the last guard who... The radio clicks on one final time as I read it. Don't finish that sentence for me. The logbook page is blank when I look back down.
Story 2. Unit 114. Boxes stacked into the shape of a person. I kick it apart. Vandalism, I write in my report. Kids, probably. I lock the gate behind me and keep moving. Second round, 2 hours later. It's rebuilt. Better this time. shoulders where shoulders should be, a head-sized box balanced on top, facing the door instead of the back wall like before. I stop writing it off as kids. The system pulls up 114's file when I check. Renter. Deceased, 2 years back. Should have been auctioned off after 6 months of non-payment. Standard policy, posted right there in the lease terms. Except the account shows current. Paid in full, every month, in cash. Dropped through the night slot outside. No camera has ever caught a hand doing it. I pull the footage myself. Envelope appears on the counter between one frame and the next. No arm, no motion blur. Just there. Then gone into the Dropbox. Then there again the following month. Third round. The shape in 114 isn't just stacked anymore. It's proportioned. Torso narrower at the waist. Arms bent at something like an elbow. It looks less like boxes arranged to resemble a person, and more like a person figuring out, slowly, box by box, how to look convincing. I don't go back to 114 a fourth time. I finish my route and steer around that row entirely. Near dawn, the gate alarm on 114 trips. I check the camera before I go anywhere near it this time. The unit's open. Boxes scattered across the floor like something stood up and knocked them aside on its way out. The exit camera shows nothing leaving. What it shows instead is my own patrol route. Same hallway, same flashlight beam, same posture. Time stamped 10 minutes ahead of the clock on the wall behind me. I'm on the screen, walking toward a section of the facility I haven't reached yet tonight. I look at my watch. 10 minutes early, exactly. Matching the gap. I finish the route anyway. I have to. It's already been walked.
Story 3. 3:12 a.m. The buzzer sounds. Same unit number it sounded from for 6 nights straight. I let them through without checking, same as always. That's the mistake. Not the letting through, the not checking. Property management flagged that unit a year ago. Vacant. Foreclosure pending. No utilities on the account, which means no working intercom, which means the buzzer at that gate shouldn't function at all. And yet at 3:12, every night, it does. 7th night, I finally checked the intercom camera before buzzing them through. Static. Just static. Time stamped 3:12, same as the clock on my desk. I don't buzz them through. The static clears for one frame. Not enough to make out a face. Enough to make out that something is standing close enough to fill the frame entirely. I don't answer the buzzer again after that. The buzzing stops the following night. What replaces it is worse. A knock. 3 times. Slow. On the inside of the gatehouse door. Not the visitor side. The side that faces into the neighborhood I'm supposed to be protecting. I check every camera on the property. Nothing approaches the booth from inside the gates. The knock keeps coming anyway. Timed to 3:12 exactly. Like whatever's doing it doesn't need the cameras to see it to be real. I finally walk it. Booth to the vacant unit. The one that's been buzzing me for a week. Front door sits ajar. Untouched dust everywhere. Except a single path worn bare into the carpet. One line. Front door to a hallway closet. Walked so many times it's polished the wood beneath the dust to a shine. Inside the closet, an intercom panel. Wired to nothing. No cable runs to it.
No junction box feeds it. It has no business working at all. Its screen is lit. It's showing my gatehouse. Live. Right now. From an angle no camera mounted anywhere on this property could physically capture. From inside the booth. From behind my own shoulder. Watching me watch the screen. The panel doesn't buzz tonight. It doesn't need to anymore. It already knows I'll let it through. If you work nights, you already know. It's never really empty. Which one stayed with you? Tell me in the comments, and I'll see you on the next shift.